Moving right along, our next semifinalist up here from Team Isaac, another returner from last year. Please welcome Jarvez Hall.
How many Jarvezes are there?
Jarvez, Natalie attired. Got the plaid tie working here this evening, but you got stuck in the traffic too, didn't you?
I got stuck in the traffic, but I had to have the tie because you have to keep it sexy, even for the radio.
All right.
Yeah, you got to keep it sexy.
Well, we'll see how sexy your next topic is as Annalie spins the wheel here. You'll have 2 minutes once again to impress our judges. The top 11 scores will go through tonight to next week. We'll see if Jarvez will be one of them with this topic. The worst sports franchise is. The worst sports franchise is. Jarvez Hall, 2 minutes on the clock, and they're all yours.
Okay, everybody, you have to give me 2 minutes to talk about the worst franchise in sports. Now, we could take a vote on that and ask everybody who's the worst franchise in sports, and you'll get plenty of nominees. You might say, is it the Clippers? Is it the Bucks? Is it the lowly Jaguars? Unfortunately, right now, the absolute worst franchise in sports is a franchise that I actually love. It goes to my core. It's actually the Oakland Raiders, the absolute worst franchise in sports. It's the Al Davis curse. He died, left it to the kid. The kids are running the show. They have salary cap, purgatory. They have $30 million in dead money. I mean, how do you have $30 million in dead money? I mean, the salary cap isn't that big for you to have $30 million in dead money. That's why they have scout team players playing professional positions. You couldn't even name 5 Raiders on the team right now. You can barely name the quarterback. You know his name is Carr. You don't know if it's Derek. You don't know if it's his brother. You don't know if his cousin is throwing the ball. You definitely don't know who's catching it. They're just terrible. Matter of fact, if your favorite player said that they were playing for the Raiders, you'd be upset. They wouldn't even be your favorite player anymore. You'd be like, oh, he went to the Raiders. That's the same thing I did with Warren Sapp. I was like, oh, Warren Sapp, my man, the Raiders, no! And that lets you know that the Raiders are the absolute worst team in sports. And I wish they were better. Let me know who you guys think is the worst team in sports. You can catch us out on the Beaverton Toyota text line at 55305. You have me at Jarvez Hall or at 1080 The Fan. And let me know who you guys think is the worst team, is the worst franchise in sports. I say the Raiders. What say you?
What do you say? Jarvez Hall, nice job. Solid. What do you think, Isaac?
I think that's a standout performance tonight. That was really good. Everybody was waiting with bated breath to hear who you were going to say is the worst because you set it up perfectly. We were all waiting. Who's he going to say? Is he going to say the Browns? Is he going to say? So you're really polished. Jarvez, you were one of the favorites last year, ran into some tough competition. I think so far, from what I've seen, you're the favorite so far this year.
That was by far the best one we've seen.
Well, let's see if the judges think similarly. We'll start with Jeff Austin.
Yeah, and that was from the heart, too. I think you may have gotten a little bit lucky in that your favorite team fit that category perfectly, but you knew what you were talking about. And the whole thing, I mean, Duck fan might be going through this year. If Marcus Mariota ends up getting drafted by the Raiders, they'll do the, oh no, not the Raiders. That was a great point. I enjoyed the whole thing.
Dusty?
I thought you were really funny. You nailed it formatics-wise, as you always do. I just thought that maybe you would give us a little bit of hope that the Raiders are going to be good eventually. But no, that's why they're the worst franchise in sports, and you just kind of drove it home. I thought it was good. You left a lot of things that could be up for debate by optimistic Raider fans, like the fact that they're getting out of salary cap purgatory this year. But you still roundhouse kicked me right over the top with, no, even when they get great players, they'll still suck. And I thought you hit a home run with that one. I agree with all of them. Best one tonight.
And Ryan Cooley.
Layup.
You know, one thing I noticed, Jarvez, is I think you've been listening, even from last year on some of the coaching. You got right into the meat of it, man. You didn't get stuck on the formatics. One thing that we have loved about you is, you know, the Jarvez Hall radio show, going for two, all that great stuff. But the criticism you've gotten in previous competition is that took up some of your time. You didn't do that this time. You hit us with nothing but 2 minutes of meat with the topic. So I thought you killed it, man. One of your best performances, if not your best, that we've seen from you. Great job.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Big fans up here. Jarvez Hall, nice job.